Hey guys, Dan Greer, Clips DOT, coming at you again from just by my pickup. We're just enjoying this beautiful fall weather, and I'm like, man, I got some time, so let's do this. So I wanted to show you guys how to do an in-cab inspection on a pickup for a CDL test. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip my camera. Boom, we got my pickup right here. I went ahead and opened the door on it. So first thing I wanna do is go ahead and jump in the cab, because that's what I do. Pardon the mess, it's a disaster. Anyways, all right, so next thing we want to do is check our mirrors. Make sure our mirrors are mounted and secure. Make sure that they're adjusted for us. The glass is clean. Next thing we want to do is check the windshield. Make sure that the windshield is clean. There's no stickers in it, no cracks, no breaks, anything like that. And then I like to go ahead and start my truck. Before I start my truck, I do want to check two things. The first thing I want to check is my seat belt. So I'm going to pull my seat belt around, make sure that it's mounted secure, it's tight, it's latched properly when I put it into the latch, and that there's no cuts, frays, anything like that on it. Next thing is my safety equipment, spare fuses. There's spare fuses in the glove box. I've got a fire extinguisher under the seat, and I have triangles right under the back seat. So all that stuff is mounted secure and ready to go. I have 3 triangles in a red box, plenty of spare fuses, and then the fire extinguisher is mounted secure and charged and in the green. Next thing I'll do is start the truck. All right, that's considered a safe start. The truck is in neutral, foot's on the brake, press the start button or turn the key, started it. Then I want to look for my cycles. We can see that the ABS light came on and went off. It's giving me a few more signals here that need to go on with the truck. I'll go ahead and check my gauges. I have DEF right here, so I want to make sure my DEF gauge is good. Check my RPM gauge, it works. Next thing, I'm going to check my coolant temperature, make sure that it's rising slowly as the engine warms up. My engine oil pressure, and then my RPM, and last is my fuel gauge. Now, one of the things that they're going to want you to check for the test is voltage. Now, we don't have a voltage meter on this truck. It has a light, so it's kind of silly, but we got to go through and find the voltage on here for the test. So I'm just going to scroll through my dash. Give me just a second here to find it. Transmission temperature, oil life, fuel filter, battery voltage. Boom. So if you're going to do your test, you might think about having that voltage up right away to check it, make sure that it's charging properly, because that is required. Okay, next thing we're going to do is going to go ahead and check our windshield wipers and fluid. Wipers are tight, fluid does spray, and it works properly. All right. Next thing I want to do is go ahead and check my brakes. So this is a hydraulic brake truck with the truck running. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pump my brake 3 times, hold it for 5 seconds, and make sure it doesn't squish down or move at all. 1, 2, 3, hold it. Okay, my brake does not squish down, it holds tight. Next thing I want to do is set my park brake. So I'm going to gauge my park brake, put the truck in gear, and make sure that my park brake holds me. If the park brake doesn't hold me, go ahead and get it serviced. If the brakes squish down, go ahead and get them serviced as well. Go ahead and kick my park brake off. Next thing I'm going to do is roll forward at 5 miles an hour. As I roll forward, I'm going to go ahead and step on the brake, make sure it brings me to a complete stop. The wheel doesn't pull side to side. That's because I got my tailgate down. Anyways, next thing I'm going to do is check all my in-cab indicators. I got left turn, I got right turn, I got high beams, and I got hazards. All those work. Next, check my heater and defroster. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Make sure my defroster is blowing. Go ahead and check down here. Make sure that my heater is blowing. Both those work. I'm going to go ahead and shut those back off. Next thing we want to do is check my horn, sound it, make sure it works. Truck goes into gear. We checked all of my safety stuff. I've done my brake checks. Let me see. Let me go over this real quick just so I make sure I got it all, because I don't want to mislead you guys. So we got our mirrors, our windshield, our heater, our defroster. We got our safety equipment, our seat belt, our fuses, our fire extinguisher, our triangles. We got a safe start. We got our gauges. We got the DEF gauge. We got the water temperature gauge. We got the oil pressure gauge. And then we went and found the voltometer, right? See, we checked our horns, we checked our lights, left turn, right turn, 4-way, high beams. We did the park brake test, put the vehicle in park, put the vehicle in gear, set the park brake, pull forward, did the service brake test where we roll forward 5 miles an hour, hit the brakes, the truck came to a stop, didn't pull from side to side. We did the hydraulic brake test, pumped the brake 3 times, hold the pedal down to the floor, make sure it doesn't squish down. We checked our wipers and washers. We checked our windshield and mirrors. We checked heater and defroster. That's it. That's like the whole inspection, guys, on the in-cab of the truck. So All right, I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.